So I'm getting ready for an ultra marathon in February and 2 ultra bike rides, which are not till spring. So I got a lot of time to train and a lot of time to figure things out. But it got me to think, like, why the fuck do I even want to do this stuff in the first place? Because today is one of those days where I'm like, my body is so fucking wrecked from this week of training that I don't want to go train, but I got to get on my Goggins shit and do it anyways. Okay, so this is me in high school. This right here is me playing like a show in high school. This is that same show back in the day. This was a different, like, pretty big show. A basement show, because we had to do the basement hustle. Like, I had the mullet before it was cool. And then this is me with like my super big ears, like 1-inch plugs. The whole band all together when promo pics were a thing. I was even straight edge in high school. If you don't know what that means, being straight edge was like you didn't drink, you didn't do drugs, you didn't party. I had a shirt that said straight edge means I party sober. And all this prepping for ultras and ultra bike rides and stuff has really gotten me thinking, like, I've always just been really interested in just doing whatever the fuck I think is cool and fun and being different. I've always been interested in things that are different from culture. And that's where the counterculture even started from, was wanting to talk to more like-minded people who were doing things outside of the norm, extraordinary, following their dreams and their hearts, because really that's what I think is cool. And I've always lived my life like that, just doing what I think is cool and what is fun. All right, so we just popped over to a state park. This is where we do the majority of our running because there's a lot of terrain, a lot of different types of trails out here, which is amazing because you basically never get bored. But today we have to do some hill runs, dude. That's all right. I'm actually really excited to run today, even though I didn't want to run today.
So today is 10-minute warm-up, 5 sets of 1-minute hill runs at a high effort, 1-minute breaks in between, 50 minutes of medium effort run, back to the hill, 5 rounds of that same hill thing, and then a little cool down. Today's workout is called Hill Sandwich. That's funny. This right here is our hill for today. I don't know if you guys can see the magnitude with this camera, but starting soon. Here we go. In the wrong places I tried. Now I know I have all that I need. Found rest in the meadow green. Lead me by the peaceful stream. Renew my strength when we go. I'm not afraid in the darkest valleys. Not alone, I know you around me.
Our 30-minute run, total of 8.71 miles done today. We earned a meal. I don't actually think like that, earning your food, but it does feel good to have done something and then go eat a good meal, because we got Thanksgiving tonight. Charles Bukowski has this line in one of his poems, and it goes like this: I see men assassinated around me every day. I walk through rooms of the dead, streets of the dead, cities of the dead, men without eyes, men without voices, men with manufactured feelings and standard reactions, men with newspaper brains, television souls, and high school ideas. Most men will never do anything worth any sort of notoriety, and what they will do is they will just go along and trot along with the narrative of life every single day, be it from the news, culture, what their friends are saying, the people around them, because that's what's normal and that's what you're supposed to do. The white picket fence American dream. In my opinion, this is what we would call the cookie cutter lifestyle. In 5th grade, I understood that I didn't want to live life like everybody else, because the majority of people don't get to call their own shots, and they've bought into this idea that there are rules that everybody needs to abide by. You go to high school, then you go to college, you get a job, you get a wife, you have kids, white picket fence, you buy a house, and you gotta be happy and shut up. And then when you get older, it's you can't move the same because your body's getting old and your body's deteriorating. It's all about age. All these just bullshit nonsense excuses for not living life to the fullest. Something that I've been asking myself and a lot of people around me recently is, if you don't believe in God, just stay with me. In your last days, if you are to sit with the man upstairs and he asks you, what did you do with this gift called life that I gave you and your time on earth? The sad part is that the majority of men say that they worked until they were 65, they got their retirement fund, and then they finally started living their life. My goal has always been to fully live my life at all times, because I understand that someday it ends. I've decided to take chances. I've decided to try new things. That's why I'm back on YouTube, because I cannot go without saying I didn't try this. That's why I'm doing a couple ultra marathons. That's why I'm doing ultra mountain bikes, because I want to see what is possible while I'm here. I am not convinced, and I don't think that you should be either, that what brings massive happiness and joy is just working for the man, getting a truck, getting a house, and just chilling out. There's a whole world and a whole bunch of experiences that need to be had, or that can be had, that so many people will miss out on. And I don't want that to be me, and I don't want that to be any single one of you guys watching. So I'm gonna keep taking chances. I'm not gonna buy into the hype. I don't believe the cultural narrative about how we should live our lives, getting drunk and sedating ourselves and numbing ourselves. I wanna live life fully, and I hope that you do too. And if that sounds like you, hit subscribe on this channel, because I'm gonna be posting a lot more of this type of content. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, goodbye.